Ya sabes, bro. But
Listo.
you gotta be safe on Halloween, man. And I appreciate the invite, man. I'll let you guys tell you that little story real quick, bro.
Hell yeah,
So
man.
if you over there washing dishes at your pad or whatever, man, don't do it in front of that window.
Goddamn right, man.
Or it's just if you're a crane, man. If it's not your ruca, dog, don't look out the window.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I learned my lesson, vato.
For real, man.
Sometimes not. Hey, sometimes not. When you know how they used to say, all of my Kool-Aid don't even know the flavor.
Yeah, though.
Yeah. All of my I was always in somebody's Kool-Aid. I didn't know the flavor, and it fucking chewed my ass, boy. It fucking got me to this day, man.
Shit, man. I know it, man. I know it.
It's all good, homies. I gotta roll out.
Already, man. Well, you be safe, brother. Don't work too hard. Yes, sir. God bless,
all right, pues. Yeah, God bless you guys, man. You guys stay up, huh?
Hey, you too, brother. Thank you, man.
All right.
Gracias,
all right,
man. Peace. Man, that's so hard, man.
3 for 3, bro.
3 for 3 right out the rip, man.
Fuck, man.
And unfortunately, we couldn't get our fourth caller tonight, but we'll get her on another time, you know. And yeah, man, that was a spooky fucking night.
It really was, bro. Tonight,
that's crazy.
Had its ups and downs, bro.
For sure, man. That was crazy.
What the fuck?
Welcome to another episode of the Smokehouse. You know where we're at, 210 San Antonio, Texas.
Yes.
Where you don't want no plexus. What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all having a good October. Man, let me tell you, it's feeling like winter. It's feeling like winter out there.
Sure is.
Man, I got a beanie, a fucking thermal on, and I got my whole costume on, man. I'm feeling good and warm and nice and cozy right now, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's the Hulk and the Reaper coming out live. 210, baby. This is Bear, Texas. Beware, baby.
Beware, man. We'll come and get you.
Yep. Man, tonight's going to be a one of one for us so far, man.
Oh, yeah.
We got people calling in. We got loved ones calling in. We got spooky stories. It is Halloween Eve.
Halloweeny.
It was daylight, but shit was still creepy. But hell yeah, man. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get into it, y'all.
Let's get right into business. Oh yeah. Man, today was a long day, man.
Me too, man.
Long day, brother.
Órale.
Miss Tony.
Hello.
Cuz, what is going on?
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Smokehouse. We appreciate you for taking some time today and, you know, being willing to share some stories with us.
Yes, for having me.
Yeah, of course, yo. So right now we got Big Fabo here on the call with us.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, so we're gonna be very spiritual tonight. So we want to hear some. We want to hear some stories. Want to hear something good. Let's get them going.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start with the journey from when I was like little, with all comes about. When my dad probably thought I was like schizophrenic.
Yes.
But basically how it all started was when I used to stay with my grandparents when I was younger. They used to take care of me, and they noticed that I would kind of stare off. I mean, I guess just like in different directions, and then I would call out to people, or I would get over like stimulated and just like freaking out that little kids were trying to talk to me. And then I would tell my grandma they're not, like, they didn't want to leave me alone. They didn't want to leave me alone. And she's like, who are you talking about? And I would say that little girl or that little boy. And so that's kind of how it all started, where they started realizing that maybe I could see spirits. And so when that started coming around, my dad's always been very skeptical. My mom comes from like more of the religious side of things, that maybe there's a possibility that I am seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
And so one big thing that always stays with my mom, like a story that she shares, is that one time she was, I guess, passing me around. They were carrying me, and one of my cousins asked if she could carry me, and so she was. And then I just looked at her and I said, "The little boy said you're ugly." And she was like, "What?" And I said, "You're ugly. You're ugly." And she just freaked out. And I got in trouble for saying that, because
Of
it
course.
was kind of like,
If my kid is telling me that, I'm getting scared automatically.
For real.
And then my grandma has a story that one time she had taken me to the grocery store, and I was looking up, and I kind of wandered away from her a little bit, and she was telling me, "Come on, let's go." And I was like, "Well, she wants to come with us." And she said, "What?" And I said, "The girl, she wants to come with us too. Can she come?" And she was like, "Come on," because she started getting scared.
Yeah.
Started telling me, I'm like, no, come on, let's go. But little things like that kind of is how it started.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's
So
scary.
can you describe to us what you see?
Yeah. So as I've got older, I've tried to understand it. I guess more in like my preteen years and things like that, I started realizing like, okay, I still have this like ability, and I always try to explain it to my mom. But more of like, it's hard because it's not exactly color, and it's almost like, I don't know, because my mom says I make this certain like look on my face where she knows that something's there that I'm looking at, but I don't tell any.
Because you don't want to scare us.
Yeah, I don't want to scare anybody, and also I'm trying to get in like intact with what I'm feeling, because sometimes I also feel like I'm feeling whatever that person felt when they were like sick, or when they were passing away, or I get I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So you don't really tell like if it's a bad spirit or if it's a good spirit, right?
Yeah, and that's always been a hard thing too, because I definitely have very vivid dreams. And so sometimes my dreams happen, like there's been times where I dream about something and it happens and it's bad, or I dream about people and the way they die. And so that's like another thing where it's like, okay, from what I understand now, is that the more relaxed my mind is, the more relaxed I am, the more I'm able to get kind of intact with that ability that I have.
That makes sense. That's kind of like whenever there's images, right? Like paintings, and you can't really see the image when you're staring right at it, but when you kind of take a step back and not focus on it, you can see it.
Yes, that's basically what it's like.
Have you ever tried like stimulants, like let's say shrooms or LSD, to kind of like try that out?
No, I've never done anything like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that shit will definitely open up some floodgates.
It'll definitely open up some
doors to other spirits for sure.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that, when I went through all that, where I was kind of going through the skeptic route, like I've seen, family members that have passed, and I've been able to describe what they look like or what they're wearing, things like that. And I remember when one of my great grandparents was passing away, she kept saying that she was seeing her husband, and everyone was kind of like, yeah, like she keeps saying she sees her husband, and no, but when I went to visit her, I could see him. Like I could describe it. And at first I didn't even know who he was. So I was like, there's this man lingering around. And then I don't like going into hospitals either, because that's another thing. So she was there, and also I guess the lady that was living across from her felt like super, they said she was super sick, and I felt like that. Like I was feeling really sick. And then, so that was one thing, because that lady ended up passing away the very next day.
Oh, goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then my great grandma, when we left, I was like, okay, my mom knew that I saw something because she could see the look on my face. And she was like, you saw something in there. And I said, yes, I did. I said, I saw a man, and I described what the man was wearing, and it was like a painter's outfit, etc. And my grandpa goes, that's my dad.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay. And then so just like little things like that have confirmed to me. But the biggest thing, and Steven, I don't know if you remember this, but when we went to Vegas, and I was like, am I drunk? But I remember, you know, we had been hanging out and stuff, and we went to McDonald's like towards the end of the night.
Yes.
And it was like us, our cousins.
Oh fuck, that lady stopped you.
Yes, and my sister, and you know, my dad from that moment was like, okay. So basically what happened was we were there, and this lady comes up to me, and she's like, you have a really like radiant energy, and I was like, oh, thank you, you know, like,
yeah,
why is this lady talking to me? And she kept saying that, and she goes, yeah, and she goes, she talked to me a little bit, and then she kind of like just paused, and it was like awkward silence.
Yeah.
And then she was like, do you see dead people? And I was like and I was like, what? And at first I was like, oh my God, like, is she real? I couldn't.
Yeah.
No, because I was like, no one's ever, I don't know, like been able to confront me like that. And also someone I've never met.
Yeah.
So I was like, and she goes, it's okay if you're scared. And she goes, I understand, but if you want to visit me, I'm, you know, and she told me, and I looked at my other cousin, and I was just like, what? And then she looked shocked too.
I have the chills right now because I remember, like, I can confirm I was there.
I had the chills happened. And I wasn't even there. Oh my God.
Yes, and so she told me that, and I was like, oh my God. And then the weird thing was, like, I couldn't leave it to rest, and we looked for her, and we could never find her. She wasn't where she was. So I'm like, I don't know. I always wonder about that. And then my dad finally was like, oh, so you're not schizophrenic. Like, you freaked out. And he was like, you have been seeing stuff. I'm like, yes. Like,
he's just been in denial for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
because
crazy.
there's been so many situations, like when my grandparents have passed away, like just, I also, I don't know if you all have heard of, but like Teresa, the medium. Teresa Caputo's like known for being a medium, but she gets, you know, I really do believe her, and I relate to her a lot. I read her books, and a lot of what she says, like dream wise, like how she feels when she, you know, is experiencing things like that, is very similar to the way I feel. And so she kind of talks about like the chakras, and I feel like that's something I relate to a lot, because she says like, you know, you'll feel things in your hand, and that's like, you know, like a warm sensation and things like that. It's like hard to explain, but when my grandma was passing away, that's what I felt, like a burning sensation in my hand. And every now,
is it in your palm, or where is it?
Yeah, it's in my palm.
Okay. Whoa.
Every time I feel like something is trying to warn me, I feel that feeling. Like, it's just crazy. It's hard to explain. But I also remember another story. I have so many, but when your brother had told me, you know, that he saw something and something was in his house, and I said, don't tell me anything about it, you know, in y'all's house.
Yeah.
I was like, don't tell me anything about it, and I'm going to sit in there, you know, in that room, because I have to focus and kind of just like relax and try not to, you know, let anything cloud my mind.
Yeah.
And then I remember like a little later, I told your brother, I was like, okay, it's a man. And I was like, but it's not a bad energy. It's just lingering around, like watching you. And then he freaked out because he was like, yes. And then he started describing what he thought he saw.
Can you do us a favor and kind of just actually like break us through that story, and then I can interject too, and we can kind of help the audience like get a full picture? Because I've said the story before, but you were the missing part, you know?
Yes. And so I remember that Chris was saying that he got scared because I guess he was at home, and he was saying that he, you know, had seen a man, like he felt, you know, like something was there, And then I think, I'm not sure if it was your mom or something that she said had a similar story.
You know, at that same time, I had a similar sleep paralysis story where I felt like, you know, from my experience, there was a little girl that was watching me, right? I kind of woke up and she was telling me, she was like, don't be afraid. I'm just watching you. Don't be scared. I'm just watching you. And I said to Our Father, and like she went away, right? The sleep paralysis went away. And then with Chris's story, he was sleeping, right? We all went to Ruidoso. I think you went with us, right?
Yes. Yeah,
right. So we all leave to Ruidoso, and it's 2 a.m, 3 a.m, because we want to get to Ruidoso the next day in the morning, right? So, or like midday, right? So Chris is there. He stayed home because he had football practice, right? But everyone else left. He gets tackled in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, right? That's what he feels, a sleep paralysis experience. And he's fighting with this thing. He felt like a man had tackled him, you know? And then after, you know, he started probably praying too, and then it uplifted. We got a phone call at the house, which was the most bizarre thing. And it was at 3 a.m, or right after Chris's sleep paralysis had uplifted, right? And the phone number was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
In a row. That was the number. So then that right there, the phone call was when like, this is something more than just not being able to sleep at night, you know, like this is something deeper. And that's where my cousin gets involved.
Jesus.
So
what was your experience with it?
So that's kind of what it was like. It's like, you know, once I sat in there, I could feel it. And it's hard to, like I said, it's just so hard to explain, because it's almost like when you see, you know, movies and things like that, how they make it seem when you see a ghost. It's not like that. It's almost like a shadow experience, but almost like you just, I don't know, like your brain is seeing something that can't physically be seen by everything else, everybody else. And so I always try to describe it, but it's so hard to like pinpoint the energy that you feel.
So
like
it's really probably more of a feeling than a visual.
Yeah, it's so hard, because it's like I can describe someone that I see, right? Like to a T. I can say like, oh, this is, but you know, things like that. But it's hard to explain to someone what that's like.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'll feel it, and then I always, you know, majority of the time, you know, I can feel when it's good or when it's bad. And then there's times where I think I do believe in, you know, that there is evil as well, because there's been times where what's kind of messed up is I'll have really bad dreams about the people I've cared about that have passed away, but things are bad, like things that are happening to them are bad, and I have to watch it and I can't say anything. And so that's when I feel like something's, you know, messing with me. And so another thing is like more growing up too in my parents' house, and they say it all the way until like I moved out, my door would close on its own. My bedroom.
When you weren't there?
Yeah. And so a lot of the times they would be like, what? You know, like they would think someone was there. My siblings have been home, and then they're like, you know, they freak out because they're like, who's there? And then my door would just close.
Is it like a slam or just a close?
Yeah, like it's like someone was just there, like walking around and then just closing the door.
Crazy.
And, the thing is like when I would live there too, like my TV would change on its own. And I remember one time I was having a really bad dream. I was like having sleep paralysis, and my mom came to my room because I was yelling at her in my sleep. And then she just looked and she said my TV was just changing all these channels. Like,
oh my goodness.
You know, and so there's been things like that. Another thing I believe in too is like when you wake up at certain hours. I've also kind of like studied that.
Right.
And like what that means, like when you wake up at like 3 and 4, they always say those are the most vulnerable hours, like for spirits and stuff to come to you. And a lot of the times I do wake up exactly at that time. Like exactly, it'll be like 3 or 4, and I can't sleep. But then that's when I start praying, because I'm like, I don't know if it's something good or if it's something bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You never know.
And
Jesus.
Another little side note to that is I also have seen dog spirits.
Whoa, that's news.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
yeah.
Whoa. Okay, caveat, real quick. Other animal spirits too, or just dog?
Well, I have seen like mostly dogs. I haven't seen other animals. Um, but I would see my mom's dog that she had when she was like really, really young, and I would
Whoa.
see her, and so I would tell my mom that too.
Would you see it at mom's house?
No, I would see it at my parents' house.
Whoa.
I would see her following me, and then I would tell my mom like that she was barking and following me everywhere, and my mom was like, "What?" you know, freaking out. But I was like, "Yes," and she'd be like, and my mom being religious, like she'll say like, "Oh, you need to go with God," or things like that.
Mhm.
But also too, like I've had dreams about, um, for example, like I don't know if this has to do with the spiritual thing, but sometimes I think it does. Just having that higher sense of something. But like when our aunt's house caught on fire, I dreamt
Yeah.
that before it happened.
Wow. And
And
and lightning caused it.
yes, I remember that exact day. I had told my mom and I said, "Remember that dream?" I had called her that morning. I think I was in high school. And I said, "Remember that dream that I had?" I was like, because it was still raining, and I was like, "Good thing that didn't happen." I was like, "I guess that was a bad dream." Well, then my mom freaked out because a couple hours later she called saying that her house got struck by lightning.
Wow.
So there's just things like that I really think, that spirits do exist, because I've seen things.
Yeah.
I've seen
100%.
that
For
can't really explain, or situations, and I'm just like, wow. And so that's why a lot of these, there's a lot of mediums out there, a lot of people that say they talk to people and things like that. And I know there are skeptics, and some are hard. Like I told you, it's hard to share that because some people think like you're crazy or you're not religious, which is not the case.
Yeah.
Because but when I try to research it to understand it myself, I'm like, yeah, some people, I'm like, I definitely can relate, and they're more in with it. I think it's more learning how to use it.
So
And
yeah. If there's any of our viewers who kind of relate to you, what was the lady's name that you said that you read about, or she?
Mother Teresa.
What was
oh
her?
yeah, Teresa Caputo.
Caputo. Okay.
Teresa.
Yeah, she has a lot of good books. She has a show, but it makes you very emotional. And I've seen her too. I've seen her live in person, and she's really good. But yeah.
From the stories that I've heard, just now, just in the hospital, I feel like maybe you should be helping people pass, to the other world.
Their last rites.
Yeah, because the way the lady, attached to you when she was sick and you felt her, maybe, it was a way of, kind of telling you that maybe you should go over there and talk to her, and kind of help her pass into the other world, because that's how spiritual you are, or something like that. That'll be crazy.
Yeah, well, I definitely think that. And, when I've heard people like my family members when they're passing and they say they see, like kids or things like that. I'm like, I believe that, because when I was younger and I used to see kids, it was just so different from like what I see now. Because now, I mean, I think the last time I've seen a kid was like when I was in Vegas, like a spirit, and I can describe it. I'm like, he has red hair. He's this,
Yeah.
But I think it is hard, because I think when they do get to a person that does have like those abilities, they want to tell their story. So I think that's why sometimes like I dream like, how they got hurt or how they died, and it'll be, just very strange things like that. But I'm like, maybe it's not that it's bad. It's just someone trying to tell me their story so that way I can say it out loud to somebody else.
That's such a great way to look at it.
Do you ever have these dreams and write them down, like when you wake up, or?
My way of dealing with it is killing my mom.
Oh, okay.
But I have thought about that, but it's so hard because it's so much. Like she'll tell me,
course.
geez, like it's so detailed. Like, and I've dreamt about, which also I think is like another sign of it, but I've dreamt about like God and I've dreamt about Jesus and the difference and what it feels like and what it looks like.
Wow.
Like,
Whoa.
yeah, when one of our cousins passed away, you know, she passed unexpectedly. And I remember dreaming that, you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it was like a small room and I was with her and it was like a slanted room. And I remember her looking at me and I was standing and she was, you know, kneeling down, like scared. And I was like, it's okay. And then she was like, I don't want to go. And I was like, no, it's okay. Look. And then I was telling her to go with God.
Yeah.
And with God, you don't see him. Like that's the way it is. So I always think like that's my spirit's way of saying like I haven't passed, like I'm still here. And so I'll dream of things like that. And like in that situation, I remember I held her hand and she finally stood up and then that was it. And so I was like, okay, I like to think that was my way of helping her find peace, you know?
Man, that's intense.
And then there's been some times where I dream of something happening. There's been a couple of times where I've had a bad, you know, a dream about someone passing away and then they do pass away. You know, not long after. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know if it's something trying to warn me that it's going to happen or to prepare everyone around me. Because,
that's like some Final Destiny.
yes.
Not for
So like
real.
I had a dream one time that one of my family members was dying and everyone was crying and we're all in a circle praying. And I remember everyone was bowing their head because my family's very religious. All of us are. That's how we were raised, just like having strong faith. And so we're all holding hands praying and I look up and like Jesus is looking at me. And so I was like, but in my dreams, when things like that happen, I can't speak and it's very rare that people can see me. So like in my dream, my family couldn't see me, but Jesus could see me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I just looked at him and he looked at me, but I knew he was telling me to tell everyone everything was going to be okay.
Right.
And so then I put my head down and started praying. And then when I looked up, he was gone. And then after that dream, that's when one of our aunts had passed away a little after that. And so
was that and weren't we all like in the hospital room holding, like, you know, praying together?
Yeah.
With her in the center. Yeah.
And so it's just when those things happen, I'm like, whoa, you know, even now that I'm older, because my mind is so busy because I have work and, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Mostly now I feel like it comes either in my dreams, but then I surprise, like sometimes it'll just surprise me. Like every now and again, I'll dream of something or something will happen and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like recently I had a really bad dream and I told my mom I really think a spirit was here in my room because I kept feeling like something was watching me.
Yeah.
And, because that's what it feels like too sometimes. Like
yeah.
Watching me, you know, and now that I live on my own, it's different, you know, because I'm always trying to be aware of everything around me. And so that night I had a really bad dream. And right when I did, like, there's just been things that have fallen in my house that don't make sense.
Yes.
Where I think something like either hit it or is trying to make a point, like I'm here.
Yeah.
Right? And
talk to me.
Yeah. So I had a really bad dream this past week and there's just no way this fell. It was like this thing that I've had on my wall since I moved in. And it just fell. And I told my mom, I was like, it's weird because in my dream, I remember something like hitting me.
There you go.
And so right when that happened, I told her, wouldn't that have woken me up? You know, when I heard that fall, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And so it just didn't make sense to me. And that's happened a few times with me living here. Like there'd be like something and I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, God bless you, cuz I'll be praying for you every night.
Thank you.
I always do already. Like in my prayer, I try to encapsulate everybody. You know.
No, yeah, for sure.
No, but and it's like, I don't know. There's just been, like I say, I feel like it's a blessing to kind of have that gift though, because I
It
do
definitely
feel like
is.
I'm a very like high spirited person, and so if there is a good message, I like to let that know. Like when my dad's parents passed away, I was able to tell him like I see them, because it's hard to explain, but I don't know if you remember, Stephen, but when Charles had passed away,
Yeah.
and I was little, and I was like, he's going to heaven. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, say bye. Because we were at his funeral, and I was like telling them to wave.
Wow. And
That's
I mean, we
crazy.
were young.
You know, they
Yeah.
say when you see that means they're angels and you're able to see them, or if you saw your dad's dad, he's an angel, there to get somebody. He's taking somebody with him pretty much.
The last time that I truly saw a spirit, it was when I was very young. And it couldn't have been older than like 6 or 7 probably. And on my other side, we were with all my cousins and at my mother's home, you know what I'm saying, grandparents' home and stuff, right? My mother's parents' home, and the neighbors next door, my grandparents had already died, right? And the neighbors next door, they're always outside, right? And one day we were at my grandparents' house cutting the grass, taking care of it because no one lived there anymore, right? And they tell us, hey man, every night at 3 a.m, we see a man sitting in the yard, like by the chimney, right? My grandpa, he built the whole place.
Yeah.
Poured the slabs, built all 3 buildings on the property,
That's crazy.
built the barbecue pit and stuff. And the night before he died, all of us, we were all there. Jose Guerrero, right? The night before he died, man, we took him outside. So his last moments or whatever, that same night he died, we took him outside so at least he could feel the wind, the breeze, like
One last time.
and that exact place where we took him, a year later, man, the people were telling us we see someone right there.
That's crazy.
And sure enough, we all go. We make a plan. Okay, this Saturday we're all gonna go out there and we're gonna stay out all night and we're gonna see if we see something.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we did. We saw Tony would look like a smoky kind of version, hazy version of our grandfather sitting where we had him in his wheelchair. In his pajamas. Like it looked just like the night that we all experienced, and then we all experienced again. Like, maybe some people can debunk one person seeing something, but when there's 25 family members all seeing something, that's something else,
That's
at least
something.
that's a lot, right? So all of the children, all of us, we could see him with our eyes, but for some reason the adults couldn't. They had to look at him. The fucking neighbors. Who knows why they were looking at our house with binoculars, but they were.
Yeah.
Okay, they were looking at our house with binoculars, right? So all the adults, bro, they had to look through the binoculars.
Really?
But some of my aunts, they actually recorded it with their VCH cam recorders and stuff, man. And I actually have a video that I can pull up where you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Early 2000s VCH, quality, but
Of course.
I remember with my heart that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Very crazy. And when he died at 4 a.m., like right after he died, all the birds started flying over the house.
No way.
All of the birds, and it got windy.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, cause I love you so much. If you're willing to come back on and talk to us some more, because man, I think we just barely scratched the surface, man. I really love that, right, bro? I mean,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
I was.
I know. Where do I even start with this? But I think it did pretty okay.
You did great. Yeah.
I mean, I was just. I don't think I ever came out of like my chill mode. Like you get the chills. Like I was just stuck in it the whole time.
I'm almost cried living in it.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh no.
God bless you.
God bless you. Que te vaya con Dios, por favor.
Well, cuz, thank you so much for being on the Smokehouse today. the Halloween Eve episode. I love you. God bless you, and we'll definitely be talking to you soon.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Good. Thank y'all for chatting with me.
Yeah, thanks for taking some time out.
Okay, y'all have a good night.
Alrighty, good night.
Night.
Brother, wasn't that something, man?
Hey, y'all, what a crazy way to start a podcast. Let me tell y'all, that was some spiritual shit.
That was deep, man.
That goes really deep, and dude, what she was saying is crazy. And God bless her. You said it 3 times, but I'm gonna God bless her one more time because
I had to.
you know, she said it's a great gift, right? Because I would love to see, you know, my ex-family member, you know, my grandpa that I've never met before, you know, my grandpa that died when he was young.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't it be awesome to see like somebody like that?
Yes.
And
man.
like the way she portrays it is she's young, right? So like when you're young, you said you were young, right? Your imagination is
it was
crazy.
still there. And what is imagination? That's really the spiritualization of what God gave you before it gets tainted.
Exactly.
By what we tell our children, you know?
You're right. And it's crazy, bro. Like everything she was saying was making me fucking.
You could authentically feel it yourself. Like,
Yes.
oh man. At one point I thought I saw the table do like that, fool.
I thought the mask was gonna turn around by itself.
No, dude. I thought about that when I put the mask on the table. I said, this mask better not move unless I move it.
Damn it, fuck, dude. Let's give up some fucking more. Let's come up some more, dude. Let's call my prima, dude. Let's call my prima up. She got not a ghost story, but a story.
Here.
Let's see, connect it for me, and then call her.
This is crazy, isn't it?
Crazy, bro. Next caller. All the way. Hombre.
Yo,
Yo,
what's up, Sam?
I miss you, fam.
I miss you too, Sam.
Yo, you are on the smokehouse.
What's
Okay,
up?
I was like, am I on? Are we here?
Yeah, you're on. You're live and direct right now, cuz all the way from Guam to Texas.
Yes. Hello.
What is up?
I was wondering why it took so long for the connection. I was like, oh yeah, she lives in Guam.
That makes sense, right?
That makes
You have to get across
Oh,
the
wait,
world real quick.
It might be better to WhatsApp me, Sam. You might be spending international dollars right now.
International, no, I'm on Wi-Fi. We'll be all right.
Okay. If it's a FaceTime audio, then yeah, we should be cool.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Right, well.
So tell us, we just finished talking to Steven's cousin, and Jesus Christ, she
Yeah.
sees spirits. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling us some spooky stories, but you got some crazy shit to tell us. So right off the rip,
Yeah, we got
just tell
some
us in
real life-
detail.
Got some real life and spooky shit going on over here.
Let us know.
Some reality, you know, to disclaimer all of this, like, what happened is 100% a failure of, like, I mean, it's Guam, but, like, Guam is U.S. territory, so, like, the government's, like, shitty responsibility when it comes to fucking handling addiction as a medical problem and not just a criminal problem.
Right.
Because this guy could have gotten help.
Mm-hmm.
And there were no resources for him to get help. And I think that's part of what made it so bad. Because I also don't want to just shit all over this person, because they were really nice to us before all of this happened. And we think that, you know, there's a lot of good deep in this person, but drugs really, really, really fucked this guy up. So
Right.
just gonna disclaim this story with that. But yeah, this guy was. So, you know, this guy was our neighbor, and we had a typhoon over the got hit by a pretty.
Wait. We got get disconnected. We got
WhatsApp.
disconnected.
Gotta do WhatsApp. Well, watch it.
You got the WhatsApp?
Yeah, call me out. I'll call you on WhatsApp
Okay.
or on FaceTime, or if you just want to FaceTime me.
Oh yeah, you can do the FaceTime. The FaceTime audio?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you do it? That works too.
Okay.
You're not on
All
camera.
right.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, disclaimer, all of that. But yeah, so how the story starts is that we made friends with our neighbor over the summer because a typhoon hit Guam. For those who don't know, it was a pretty intense Category 4 typhoon that hit the island, and we didn't have power for like a month.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of neighborly time, you know. There was like nothing to do all day. We were all outside. Nobody was at work.
Yeah.
And so we like would smoke each other out every now and then. We shared a few meals together. Him and his family were super kind, and like, you know, we were also super chill, and like we would also smoke them out all the time, and everything was cool. But then at some point, closer to when we got power and people started going back to work and stuff, this dude started tweaking a little bit, and he did let us know, like kind of a little bit into us getting to know him, that he'd been like smoking meth for like 30 years. He started in his 20s, and this man was like in his 50s, and we were like, oh shit, that's wild. Like, I didn't know you could do meth for that long, you know. Without it killing you, you know.
Jesus
But-
Christ.
But we were like, okay. And, you know, this dude and his wife were super sweet to us. So we were like, damn, I guess meth is, like, super stigmatized. You know, like they depict meth heads as these crazy people. And these people are super nice. And so, like, this is also something he was hiding from his wife. So his wife had no idea.
Oh, shit.
And he was, like, asking us for help, you know, like, and being like, hey, like, am I a bad person? You know, like, what should I do? And we were like, no, you're not a bad person. But, you know, lying isn't great. And, you know, like...
She didn't notice the jaw rocking?
Screaming. I don't know, man. They had an interesting situation going on over there. Like, she
Right.
worked, he didn't, and
Oh,
like
wow.
he took care of the house and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, he asked us for advice, and you know, we were there for him. And then he kind of went a little crazy and kicked his wife out of his house because he said he was done being controlled by her.
Jesus. And these are
And-
locals?
Yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately, yeah, they're locals, yeah.
Okay.
And because I don't want to talk shit about the locals, because wonderful people. Everyone I've met here has been so wonderful.
Right,
but,
right.
But they were locals, and you know, he kicked his wife out, and so he was there alone for like a couple months. And at some point, this is around August, he started coming outside and just like screaming shit, like, "Don't fuck with me! Don't fuck with me!" You know, like I'll kill you, blah blah blah. And like he had let us know that like he was super paranoid that someone was like out to get him, you know.
Yeah.
And that like he had gotten a call from a random number, and like people call the wrong number here all the time. Happens to me, happens to John. The numbers get recycled here a lot.
Right.
And he had just gotten a new phone, and someone called him saying that he had just signed up for like some kind of housing, and like he was like, no, I didn't. And they were like, oh, you know, wrong number. But, you know, since then he started like really tripping about it, that like someone was out to get him, and that people were watching him, and that, you know, he didn't feel safe, and that like he was worried. And, you know, like we tried to comfort him a couple times. Like there was one time he went over there, and like John could tell he was really going through it. And so he was like, look, do you need a hug, man? And like Joey like got up and like this dude got up and like gave him a hug, and like, you know, and like, you know, cried a little. Like he was really going through it.
Jesus. Tweaking.
And so, like, you know, but then we were telling him that, you know, maybe kicking your wife out wasn't the best idea. She seemed to be a really good support system for you, and you seem to be, like, you know, kind of tweaking since she left. So, you know, maybe it would be a good idea to, like, to, have a support system again, And he said that, because we were disagreeing with him, that, it made him feel like we were the devil. And we were like, ooh,
Wow.
ooh, okay. And so we were like, all right, so we're going to go. And he was like, no, like, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I'm not saying you're the devil. It's just that, my head and, like, it's making me feel like that. And so we were like, okay.
Goddamn.
And so from that moment on, we didn't fuck with him anymore. We left him alone.
Not the meth.
We didn't go over there.
The meth ain't the devil. Y'all the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we left him alone after that day. We just didn't fuck with him. And then he just kept coming out every other night, yelling crazy shit.
Y'all are even nice enough to fucking, talk to the fellow after he's fucking yelling shit. You know what I mean?
No, this was like he had done this like once where he was just like, and we were like, we knew he was already paranoid. And so we were just trying to like, be like, hey, like,
right.
Maybe you should talk to somebody, like obviously you're going through it. Like you should get some help.
Right.
And he wasn't really having it. And so we left him alone. And then the yelling got more and more frequent and more violent. Like stuff like, I'll rip your fucking arms out. I'll rip your heart out. Crazy shit like that. And then just like, no one's paying attention to me. Everyone's acting like they don't know me. No one wants to help me. Like, like, don't fuck with me, blah, blah, blah. Right. And this kept going on and on and on. And then last week, Wednesday night, it was like midnight. He had been yelling for like a couple hours outside his house that he was going to murder people. Just shit like, I'm going to fucking murder you. I'll murder you. I'm not fucking around. Like, I'm going to fucking murder you. And so I was a little like, I got a really bad feeling and I got really suspicious. And so I went outside and we kind of turned the lights off so I could like look out the window a little bit. And he was yelling out there and yelling, and then he turned his lights off, which he usually doesn't do. He usually chills in his backyard and like plays music loud as fuck and like yells and does his belo,
Yeah.
But he turned his light off and like he had this flashlight just pointing out into the street. And so I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but like I'm getting some really, really bad vibes. And so I just was like, I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit in a chair, because we're a chair where I could kind of see out the side of the blind, so I wasn't like right up on the blind, so you couldn't see me, but like I could like see.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit and watch him, because I don't trust this motherfucker, and he's giving me some really bad fucking feelings. And my husband came out and was like, are you gonna stay out here? Like, what's going on? Like, are you feeling scared? Like, you really think he's gonna do something? And I was like, honestly, like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of scared right now. Like, this time feels different.
Yeah, this was tripping.
He was in the middle of trying to like comfort me,
Yeah.
And like he turned the light on and he was like, look, like, let's just get your snack. You said you wanted to get food, so like let's go back to the office, let's chill. So he turned the light on and I was in the middle of looking for something to eat whenever like this dude like starts yelling again. And then the yelling gets closer. He's like, oh, you think I'm fucking around? Like, you think I'm fucking around?
Like
blah,
outside
blah, blah.
y'all's door?
Yeah, like it got closer because he lives right across the street, so we can usually.
So he's crossing the street at this point.
Yeah, so we can usually hear him, but then I heard him getting louder and louder. So I looked at John and I was like, "Oh my god, he's fucking coming over here!" And he was like, "You think I'm fucking around?" And so then, like, literally seconds passed, and boom, he bashed our fucking front window open.
Motherfucker.
With a pickaxe. Like, bashed the bottom window, bashed the top window, and was like, "I'm not fucking around." Like, I'm not fucking around. And that's when my husband was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, stop. What are you doing? And this dude like was trying to egg my husband on to get him to come outside. He was like, get the fuck out here. Come out here. Come out here. And of course, we didn't listen to him because this motherfucker had something big enough to fucking bash our window in. So we ran to the back because we didn't have a gun, because we didn't think we fucking needed one here.
Right.
So we didn't have a fucking gun. And so we ran to the back to call the police. And we called the cops, and he was out there yelling for a little bit, and he kept yelling. We were on the phone with the police. We told them what was going on. They said they were sending someone, but obviously, like, the cops took like 30 minutes to find us, first of all. But we'll get to that. They took way too fucking long. By the time, like, we're like halfway on the phone call with them, we hear this dude move from the window to go into our garage to our side door that goes into our kitchen. and we have this like metal screen door outside the main door, and so we hear him start fucking up the metal door, and he's fucking that up, and he ends up like ripping one of the like hinges off so that he could just open the door because he couldn't fuck up the fucking doorknob. It was too strong, I guess. So he rips the thing off the fucking like wall with his fucking pickaxe, and then breaks through the big garage door with his pickaxe. There's like a big hole in the door, and like we heard him as soon as we heard him start breaking the wood of the door. Like my husband looked at me and was like, "We have to run. Like we're gonna have to run." And so we heard the door open. And we dipped out the front door. So we had to like, the way our house is set up is like there's the front door and like the kitchen is kind of to the left when you walk in. Mm-hmm. And then like there's a hallway that goes straight back. And we were in the back. And so we just ran straight out the front door while like this guy was trying to come in through the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And we started running down the street. And this guy literally started following us for like half a mile with a fucking axe, just yelling shit like, "Yeah, you better fucking run.
Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ.
fucking kill y'all. Like nobody's gonna fucking help you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna beat the life out of you. Blah blah blah." And I think a neighbor said something to him because there was someone outside, and like we were yelling and shit like for help, but like no one came outside, and this dude like wasn't looking up at first. But yeah, and so that's whenever this dude was like, "Yeah, no one's gonna fucking help you here," and. So we like looked at this dude in the garage and we were like, he's trying to fucking kill us. And the dude like kind of popped his head up like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But then we kept running because like he still wasn't moving. He just looked mad fucking confused.
Yeah.
And so we just kept running. But I think he might have said something to this dude when he passed by because like we had some distance between us because we ran and like he was following us on some fucking Michael Myers shit where he was just walking really fast.
Yeah. Jesus
so but there was some distance between us, and so I think this dude said something to him because he stopped and he was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And so we turned the corner and we just kept fucking running, like literally diving into bushes and shit when we saw cars because we thought maybe he went back to get his car because he stopped fucking following us.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So and then the cops finally fucking found us after like half an hour, and like went to go scope out the house, made sure he wasn't here. Found him at his house, arrested him, and then brought us back over here. And yeah, so that was our Wednesday night. This was at like midnight too, so we were like running through the streets at like midnight.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
That guy would have been blasted.
But we're alive.
Coming in my yard, yelling and shit with the pickaxe.
Yeah, no. I mean, we didn't have anything, so we couldn't have done it. It would have been really different if we had a weapon, and it would have sucked though, because we probably would have had to kill somebody, and that would have been really shitty. But
yeah.
like, you know, like
yeah, it's a good thing y'all
running
didn't
for your
have
life
nothing. Y'all just ran.
It's kind of traumatizing too. So yeah,
yeah. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Y'all gotta get some pepper spray or something.
Oh yeah, we did. We like the next day we literally bought some pepper spray.
The taser gun just come on far.
Yeah. We're working on a license right now to get a gun, but dude's in jail. I doubt he'll be getting out because I guess he's been in the system before, but that definitely helps. And there's a couple of guys that work with our landlord that the dude was like, "Look, I live 10 minutes away. Just let me know if y'all are ever scared. I'll show up with my gun. Don't even trip." He was like, "Just calm." And we were like, "Fat bet."
Hell yeah.
So there's that at least. But yeah, crazy shit. That's not something that you ever expect to fucking happen to you. But
no, yeah.
That was a thriller.
That was it. Dead ass felt like some fucking scary movie. Hot like Chainsaw Massacre shit running down the street.
No,
like we didn't have any shoes on. Like I had socks on and my husband was barefoot.
Oh
like God. We were literally running for our lives, no shoes.
Y'all were literally like, just chilling, you know.
I grabbed my fucking dab torch because I was like, if anything, I'll melt this motherfucker's face off if you get close to us.
I can respect that though.
Hell yeah.
But we didn't have anything. We didn't have shit in the room with us. Like our bat was in the garage, and like we didn't have shit. So I was like, I'm gonna grab this.
Hell yeah.
The knives were in the kitchen, so it's just like we're not working with a lot.
Yeah, you didn't even have a bow and arrow or nothing. Damn.
It's a boner.
At least a shovel. He got a pickaxe. He bring a shovel to the fight. At least it might be.
Yeah, no, that pickaxe was crazy.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I'm fucking terrified right now, man.
Nah, for real. That's a scary story, for real.
No, yeah, that shit was really, really scary. We're both still obviously a little traumatized when we hear a loud noise or like the fucking garage makes noise.
Sure.
We're both like, what the fuck was that?
Oh,
One time I had a tweaker not like trying to bang in our door, dog, and this fool is lucky God told him to walk away, bro, because that fool would have got blasted, dog. And me and my brother, we ran out, right? We ran out looking for him and shit, and he was gone, dog. No, hey, and I swear, in like 2 minutes, bro, he was like a half a mile down the street, right? And he already broke into someone else's house. He went through their glass.
wow.
Oh,
and he was inside, and there was a lady and a wife. They had just moved in, and they were all screaming and shit. It was crazy.
That's so scary, bro.
So fucking scary.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's real life shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, this motherfucker came into our house, but like we ran out like immediately. Like we were real fucking tactical about it.
No, hey.
So like
y'all did it. You survived an attack.
Yeah, no. I mean, I honestly like I don't know if my first instinct would have been to run or to try to go out the window or to try to hide. Like, if my husband wasn't here, I honestly don't know what I would have done. In the moment.
When you said
was tripping.
That he gave you that look, like, we got to go, I thought y'all were going to go out the window. I don't know why. I thought, y'all were cornered in the back of the house and you're about to go out the window.
They said, run. Fuck it.
Yeah, like, it would have taken too long.
Fuck. That makes sense, though.
That does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. My husband literally said his fucking Call of Duty instincts kicked in. He was yo, anytime that I was trapped in a place and the other people tried to find me, I got clapped. So we gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, so,
you know when you're
don't let people tell y'all that video games don't have real life impact.
You heard it here, everybody.
Yeah. You could have definitely thrown something, but that shit would have only gotten so far. No,
for real.
And that motherfucker had a fucking pickaxe, bitch.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like unless we had a gun or another pickaxe, like there was really no winning that fight.
No,
that's a bad fight.
Somebody's definitely
Because he's strong as fuck too. Like this motherfucker cuts down his own palm trees and shit and like breaks that shit apart on his own. Like this is a strong dude.
Yeah.
Meth
he's like not a big dude, but he's strong and he's on meth, so
Oh, meth heads are even stronger than regular people for
real.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, you should. I'll send you pictures of the door, fam. It's crazy.
We'll post it. We'll post it like right now in the post edit.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but if y'all want to see it,
yeah, send it the way.
Hell yeah, thank you.
But yeah, don't fucking post that shit.
Nah, we won't.
You heard it on live. Don't fucking post that shit.
You got the story, but you ain't gonna get the visual, y'all. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
The visual I was seeing was crazy when you were describing it.
Just know that there's wood all over the floor. The doorknobs are destroyed.
You gave enough detail to the point where they got the whole good story.
100%.
Y'all got the point of the story.
When you gave us the layout of the house, I felt like we were like Navy SEALs looking like the layout. For real.
When you said the kitchen to the left, I was like, okay. And then you said down the hall,
I was visualizing this all.
I'm there with you, fam. I'm there with you.
Yeah, no. Okay, it's sending.
I
set the door and the window.
When are you coming back? You need to move back ASAP.
I know, bro. My grandpa was like, so y'all can come live with us if you want.
Oh, man. You could come live with us. Fuck that.
True.
I got 2 rooms. You can stay in one and you can stay in one.
We're married, fool.
And sometimes you just like to get away,
Fucking dead. The picture's just delivered, cousin.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna visualize them together. I got it on do not disturb, so nobody. Oh yeah.
Oh man, broken glass.
of the outside too. Let me send you the metal door that he fucking ripped off the fucking wall.
Cocksucker.
Bastard. Damn.
Oh yeah, he was fucking shit up. Oh, that's
Yeah,
what
no,
you
that
broke it
door
on.
is crazy.
Cocksucker.
Yeah, you can see like the fucking doorknob and the lock just like on
okay,
the
I see.
ground, all fucked up.
Yeah, he broke through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Not on the fucking coffee machine, cocksucker.
Yeah, no, he fucking broke our espresso machine, that stupid motherfucker.
Man.
It still works, but the tank is all fucked up. We can't fill it up all the time.
Oh, damn it. Not the fucking tank. So when did this happen?
This happened,
past.
so Wednesday night for us, so like Tuesday morning for y'all, I think.
Yeah, Tuesday morning.
Man, y'all are in the future.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, is it Tuesday morning?
So
I
it's
think
super recent.
But no, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning. It was Wednesday morning for y'all, like Wednesday night
for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
There's like midnight our time, so I think it's like 9 a.m. y'all's time.
What time is it right now for y'all?
It's 1:45 p.m.
And it's 10:45 at night for us.
Yeah, it is Halloween over here. Happy Halloween.
Allah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
From Guam, yup.
Straight from Guam. That's crazy. Well, fam, I appreciate you for calling in. And
Yes,
we appreciate the
y'all for
stories.
having. Yes. Y'all stay safe out there. Get
You
some-
stay safe.
We're good. The Vato's in jail, so I mean, unless there's some other meth heads out there out to get us. It was really just a spur of the moment thing. Like, we think he saw the light. There was really no one else around. The neighbor across the street's not there anymore. The neighbor to our side, no one lives there. So, like, I think he was just tweaking. He saw that we were there, and he came at us.
Yeah.
So,
He needed something to deal with.
yeah. But not us. Not I.
I would have done some crazy shit. I would have definitely like fucking thrown something at him and had him swing at me and try to get the axe off.
Fight him, right?
I would have done some
And see,
crazy
that's
shit.
hell no, bro. That's how you get fucked
I
up.
know, that's what
Exactly.
I'm saying. Like somebody would have definitely gotten hurt.
Bro, pickaxe to the heart. That's it, dog.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just gotta stick you one good time with that pickaxe and
Yeah.
you're done, though, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can you imagine him
That's
trying
how
to
we
pull it
ran.
out?
We were like, we're not fucking with that. We're gonna run.
That's
Yeah.
like fucking Resident Evil shit. I was just playing that shit.
Because we
Don't
knew
worry,
he
my
couldn't
dad.
shake, so we knew we could out fucking run him. That's there, no mess.
That's
Hell
what he was
yeah.
saying. That's what he was saying when he was running after y'all. Detrás de ti, imbécil.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Alright, well shit. I love you, fam. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too, fam.
Hey, happy
Y'all stay safe
anniversary.
out
Happy
there.
anniversary to you and 4
Thank
years
you,
anniversary.
4 years.
Damn,
Thank you,
hell
I
yeah.
will.
Hell yeah. Talk to him soon, alright?
I will.
Alright. Later. Love you.
All right.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.
Peace out. Bye.
Hell yeah. That was a good one. man.
Dog.
What a fucking thriller. That was a thriller right there.
For real.
We got spooky ghost stories and we got a thriller right out the
Dog, come on, man. Who the fuck is better than us? Please like the video, man.
Please like, please share.
And
'Cause these stories
subscribe.
are great, man.
Right, dog?
I feel like if we go right out the rip, then we got our homie Thumper coming out.
Let me see if Thumper's about it.
Okay.
Órale.
Teresa. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That shit kind of like got me heated, bro. Cause she's like we grew up together, bro.
So you don't want to hear that. That's a bad story. That's a bad story.
That's a horrible story to hear. And for like me not to be there, it just makes it even worse. Like she's all the way in Guam. I can't even help her one bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even find that motherfucker. I would have got to him before the cops did.
Isn't that crazy? Shitty ass cops.
Shitty ass cops, bro. 30 minutes. What? That's crazy, bro.
And shitty ass neighbors. That's why God bless America. I know Guam's a United States territory, but God bless America, bro.
Man, I just hope if I'm getting chased down the street and, you know, all my neighbors come out, I just hope they all come out and they say something.
You have to do something,
They
guys.
help. Fuck. Because I'm stepping outside. If I hear something, the other day I heard, I don't know if it was gunshots or what the fuck. It was like, might have been like dynamite.
Yeah.
They were blowing shit up, right? I heard it.
Yeah.
I stepped outside. I was like, what the fuck is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? Automatic.
You have to find out what the fuck's going on.
If I hear like a kid or something screaming, I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna look out the window. What's going on?
Of course.
Yeah, what the fuck? She made it seem like nobody was saying shit. They were just like, help, you know?
Nah, nobody. Yeah, exactly.
They just stayed inside.
Yeah, no, for real.
They were like, nah, fuck that. I ain't
That's
trying to get pickaxed.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe they don't got guns, dog.
Yeah.
Maybe don't know one have guns.
Well,
So
I
they're
mean-
like, I'm not gonna go up against this fool or nothing.
I don't know how like the situation, the gun situation is up in Guam, but I'm pretty sure it sounds like you have to get registered.
Yeah,
License first, and then you're able to get a gun, and then you're able to keep it at home. Not even keep it on you. You can keep it at home.
Bro, I would move on base. If that was the case, bro, I'm moving back on base, dog.
You're right, bro.
No reason to be outside them walls if that shit's happening, dog.
Especially now with the full tweaking in the corner.
No, bro, no. I'd rather be bowling and shit, walking around, riding my bike, you know?
Oh yeah, no.
These fools are fucking. That's a bad neighbor, bro.
Oh my god. Right across the street too. That's crazy.
You know, man, I used to have a bad neighbor, bro. I've had a couple bad neighbors.
Really?
I had two bad neighbors, man. Okay, bro. I had two bad neighbors. And one of them was a bad, not in a good way, just a bad, dirty, street ghetto ass bitch.
Yeah.
Just bad news, bro.
Yeah.
And the other one to the right, dog, this fool was just, this motherfucker just wanted to be heard, bro. He would drive the loudest cars, you know, bump the loudest music, do donuts in the street. And then he teamed up with her. When she moved into the street, it was over, bro. He was over here fucking. They started moving weight. They started fucking. They were like a triangle of death.
Oh shit.
And sure enough, that fool died.
No way.
That fool was all tweaked out, dog, because she was giving him whatever he needed, you know. They were running shit, and he was all tweaked out, bro. And he ended up going to his like childhood. He ended up going to like his parents' house, right? I need my shit. I'm leaving town, you know. The mom's like, no, you know, you're tweaking. You can't come in or whatever. Check this out. It wasn't the mom. It was the aunt, the mom's sister, right? So he's like, fuck you. You're not gonna tell me what to do.
Right.
I'm gonna choke you out, and then, so I can get past you to my shit.
I bet, yeah.
He starts choking out his aunt.
Kurt Angle.
The Kurt Angle.
God damn.
And then the mom grabs her gun to save her sister
Right.
and
Black.
shoots her son in the chest.
Fuck.
And
The
he
chest.
dies.
That's crazy. You know, a lot of people don't really think before they shoot, right? It's just like, let me just blast. Instead of, you know, let me aim and let me shoot him in the arm. Let me shoot him in the leg, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh shit. Thumper called.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. We got another caller, y'all.
Hello.
Thumper, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, my brother from another mother?
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Smokehouse, man.
Hey, appreciate the invite, my brother. Appreciate the invite. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
Hey, we're doing real good.
Good to know.
Hell yeah.
So,
What's
man,
going on?
you know, we're sitting here today, you know, October 30th, and it's Halloween Eve, man. And you know, time is of the essence. You know, we're blessed to have another day, right? So you had told us, you're like, man, I got some stories for y'all, some shit that'll scare y'all, you know?
Hell yeah.
yeah. It was actually, my brother, man, it actually happened, man, when I was a kid. And back home in Cali, you know how your grandparents, you know, I don't know about your grandparents, but my grandparents they're real religious and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you know, and back in the day, man, I think I was like maybe 8 years old, man, 9 years old, a long time ago, brother, a long time ago. But you know, in our neighborhood, man, we had little alleyways in the back, and we didn't have no fence line, you know, to cover the alleyways. So you used to always see the dump trucks go through and, you know, do the trash and everything back in the hood and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one night, man, my grandmother was making tortillas in the kitchen, bro, and you know how in the old houses, you know, you have that sink, and then they have that little window, and you know, you see the backyard and everything, you know, all that fella, you know.
Yes, sir.
And so and I remember when my grandmother was making tortillas, bro, she was like, you know, she says in Spanish, you know, hey, there's a little girl back there. You know, she's telling my grandfather when I was over there bullshitting in the living room and stuff, but I heard her, you know, saying some things. And she tells my grandfather, Juan, she's like, oye, Juan, ahí está un chamaquilla allá atrás, mero atrás, you know, and our backyard was dark, dog. Like, there was like little light here and there from the you know, the back porch lights and stuff like that, from other houses and stuff like that, homie. And she was like, yeah, there's a little girl back there, you know, crying, and she looks little. You know, she looked young, dog, really, really, really young. You know, like 5, 6 years old. And anyhow, and my grandfather's like, you know, you just don't pay attention to it. Don't pay attention to it. You know. And sure enough, man, you know how grandmothers are, man. Always stay with kids, man.
Sure,
and sure enough, she says she hears the little girl crying, and she's looking right at it, and my grandfather's like, nah, don't worry about it, man. And it got my attention, like, what little girl are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's freaking late, dog. It's late. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night, late, bro.
That ain't good.
You know? Yeah, homie. So I remember I saw my grandma walk through the back door, open the door, Holmes, and my grandfather was still reading the paper and stuff like that. And she starts calling out to the little girl, man. You know, hey, mija, ven pa' acá, mija, ven pa' acá. You know, and you know, and then even I heard the freaking crying, and I was like, hey, there is a girl out there crying, bro. So anyhow, I see my grandmother, you know, walking out towards the back, homeboy, and my grandfather's like, hey, ¿pa' dónde vas? Vieja, ¿pa' dónde vas? You know? And don't you go back there by yourself. My grandmother's going, bro, and then my grandfather goes out there, and then I start going out there. My grandfather tells me, stay inside the house, you know what I mean? Don't you come out here. And I remember looking, man, sure enough, man, in the alleyway, man, there was a little girl, you know what I mean? And I guess the closest I could describe it was like that, remember like that, what was that, the Grudge?
Yeah.
You know, the hair, you couldn't see her. She was freaking, she was little, and she was just crying with her head down, and I was like, what the fuck, bro, you know?
Yeah.
So anyhow, and so my grandma was getting closer and closer, and, you know, I hear my grandmother, and then my grandfather's right behind her, man. So as soon as they get closer to the little girl, man, the little girl, like, you know, turns right, bro, and starts walking away from my grandmother and my grandparents, and I'm looking from the doorway, and the little girl's walking down the hall, you know, I mean, down the alleyway, man, like to get out, you know, get away from them or whatever. So time I know it, man, my dad come, man, my grandma's still calling her, bro. Yeah, calling her, and my grandfather's, hey, you know, yeah, come on. and then my grandfather grabs my grandmother's hand, homie, and stops her, and he puts himself in front of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't machos out. You know what I'm saying? Protecting his woman. And
Yes, sir.
so he starts calling for the little girl, and then time I know it, man, they freaking I can't see them no more. And time I know it, man, they start screaming and start running back towards the house.
Uh-huh.
And my grandfather's like, you know, he's telling me, get in. And then he throws my grandmother inside the freaking house, bro. And he was like, I told you, woman. Like he's telling us, man, I told you not to go out there, woman.
Yeah.
And hey, homie, he shuts the door. They start praying and everything. And what happened was apparently whenever they're falling there, the little girl, she was still crying, man, but she went behind a dumpster. And so he heard him crying. He heard the little girl crying, bro. But as soon as he hit the corner of the dumpster, the little girl was gone, man.
Oh, wow.
The little girl was gone, bro. So it scared the shit out of my grandfather, boy. He picked up my grandmother and took off running back to the house. And, yeah, man, took off running back to the house. He ran inside, shut down. My grandmother locked the door and everything, homeboy.
Quick.
Yeah, man. And yeah, there's praying and, you know, and you know, the bad spirit away or whatever. And I'm tripping out like, where did she go? And they're like, nah, she... You know, as soon as I got close and I went around to get her, man, she was gone. And I was like, hell no, bro. I'm a little kid. I started getting scared. I was like, oh, man, hell no, bro.
Heck yeah.
So,
Holy water right away, though.
Right away, bro. The holy water, top water, faucet, magenta, everything. Oh, boy, everything that. Yeah, man. What's that? Shit, if we had bottled water back in there, I would have used that too, bro.
For real.
Yeah, bro. I was like, damn, homie. I was like, forget that, dog. And yeah, when we find out, you know, there was a lot of murderers of the serial killer at that time, man. He was knocking off kids, dog.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, man, he was knocking off kids. So I guess that little girl was one of the little kids that got knocked off. You know, got murdered by that serial killer, man.
What the fuck?
But it was crazy though. Also, man, our neighbors, my grandmother was real good with the senora next door.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the senora said the same thing, homie.
Wow.
Yeah, she said the same thing. She seen that little girl, and she wanders and she wanders around the alleyway, and you hear her crying, homie. You hear her crying, but the first time she had that experience, like my grandmother. After that, she left that little girl alone because she already knew what time it was.
Yeah, and when she come back, the little girl would like cry again.
Yeah, homie, like she'll come back, and people, you know, the neighbors and stuff just started just ignoring her, start praying. Yeah. Like they're trying to like to pray for her to transition over to the other world, man. Like
that's
that,
right.
you know. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was crazy, homie. That was scary to me as a little kid. You know, being there and during that incident, homeboy. And I was like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah.
And
dog.
you remember seeing her?
Yeah, I was looking from afar, man. I remember seeing this little thing, man, and you know, I was like 8 or 9 years old, also.
Yeah.
Little mocoso, knucklehead, you know. I was always wanted to be in the business, homeboy.
Yes, sir.
and yeah, I looked. I was like, what? Why is that little girl out there, man? And the neighborhood in the barrios, boy, it's always on and popping over there, you know.
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
So I was like, man, I said, what the freaking hell is with this little girl, man, out there that late? First, I thought it was just some crackhead baby or something running around.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I thought it was. A bunch of crackheads and dope fiends running around. They're little kids that running around full of shit in the neighborhood, homeboy. So I was like, I thought it was one of them. Like, this is a crackhead baby.
That's what Grandma thought too, man.
Oh yeah.
You sure did. You sure did. Oh, I was like, man.
She was thinking pobrecita,
yeah, hey, I tell you what, dude, though, my grandmother, man, she didn't make tortillas by that window no more.
Oh, I'll tell you.
She was on the mess one now.
she put thicker curtains and everything, longer curtains over the window and everything. She went to she started making tortillas on the mesa. Yeah, boy. Hey, matter of fact, though, wait. She used to pray while making tortillas.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case, boy. I got that plan B.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. That was freaking hilarious. I said, yeah. My grandpa was like, yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn today.
That's traumatizing for sure.
Yeah, dog. It was crazy, man. We used to have a fucking one of those storm cellars in the back too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, freaking old freaking storm cellar, man. And yeah, we used to hear some crazy things down there too, man.
You and the Primos or what?
Yeah, me and the Primos, man, be out in the back. You know, just when I was a little older. Man, we'd be, smoking them toques and everything. I mean, I don't know if it was a bud. I don't know if it was a bud or it was really actually happening, but. Whatever it was, homeboy, we heard it, you know.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, it was an old concrete cellar. It was like it was an earthquake and tornado proof cellar, man. It was detached from the pad.
Yeah.
And yeah, homie, we think
those no more.
Yeah, man. Well, that's how old I am, dog.
No, my grandpa too, brother. Like the Cold War bunkers and stuff under the house. He has a little bunker and everything.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case, man. And yeah, we used to hear yelling and freaking screeching and all that stuff inside that little cellar, man. I was like, man, fuck this. And I was looking at you guys' podcast last time about this, and you guys were talking about La Chusa and all that stuff.
Yes, sir. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, we did just some stories on that, man. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, dog.
Sure.
I just want to share that with you guys. I appreciate the invite, man. I'm over here on at work on my lunch break, chilling.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man. Well, appreciate you calling in, man. Telling that story, bro.
Yeah,
we're grateful.
Appreciate it, man. Want everybody out there, man, be safe. Halloween, the freaks come out at night.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Yeah, so just you guys, all the kids, if you got kids out there, take them out.
Sure.
Yeah, I work with the community, man.
Yes,
Steven.
sir.
So so just giving a little wellness check, let everybody know, be safe out there, have fun, check the bags, what they put in there, check the candies, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if they do any apples and fruits these days, but I don't know, but if they do, throw those bad boys away.
Hell yeah.
Throw all away, man. Give it to the dogs or something.
No, the perritos outside are dead the next day.
Yeah, give it to the parrots. Give it to the parrots. If you got chickens, give it to the chickens. Yeah. Hey, they have to do the taste test, dog.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
Man. Those are the guinea pigs, man. Yeah. They might look like dogs, but they're guinea pigs.
I
love that, dog.
Yeah, man. I'll be like, man, this meat. When I have my bad dog, I'll be like, man, this meat looks funny. Here, I'll give it to my dog.
Hey, they got iron stomachs, dog.
Hey, they're that pinche estómago de fierro, bro. Fierro, bro.
For real.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, he's good. All right, cook it. He's good. It's good.
We're good to go.
Yeah, homie. But yeah, you guys be safe, man.
Thank you,
Keep
man.
doing your thing, homie. I like the things you guys do, dog. It's really cool, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Likewise, brother. Keep doing good things, man. That's how I ran into you, brother, because you're out making impact, man.
Big impact.
We'll absolutely love to have you back on another day so we can get more into who you are and what you do for the city, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely, man. I love paying it forward right now,
Yes, sir.
And yeah, dog. I would much love that, dog. You come back to you guys' cast and yeah, get more in detail and just reach out to the to the listeners and just give a little offer resources and advice and information, man, valuable information from an individual that can actually identify and reflect, bro. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it's I look out for our raza and just the minorities, man.
Fuck
And
yeah.
I love my people, man. I want my people to get strong mentally, spiritually, and physically, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man.
Just keep on pumping, man. When I see you out there like you doing your thing, I'm proud, bro.
Thank you, man.
100%, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, proud, man. I said that, and then you got we got the same last name.
Vargas.
Yeah. Show, baby. Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
was like, hey, that was a crazy coincidence right there.
For real.
And I was like, yeah, you're a vodka dog. You act just like I do. Homeboy.
Straight up. I was like, hey, all the boxes check off, man.
Yeah, they all check off, homie. Shit. So yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah. Shit, just let me know.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
down for whatever, dog. Shit, I'm down, homie.
Maybe we can link up next time. We drink a couple of chelas and we'll get kicking, man.
Yes, sir.
Ya sabes, bro.
Listo.
But you gotta be safe on Halloween, man, and I appreciate the invite, man. I'll let you guys tell you that little story real quick, bro.
Hell yeah.
So if you over there washing dishes at your pad or whatever, man, don't do it in front of that window.
Goddamn right, man.
Or it's just you hear it crying, man. If it's not your ruca, dog, don't look out the window.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I learned my lesson, man.
For real.
Sometimes not. When you know how they used to say, all of my Kool-Aid don't even know the flavor.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. All of my I was always in somebody's Kool-Aid. I didn't know the flavor, and it fucking chewed my ass, boy. It fucking got me to this day, man.
Shit, man.
I know it, man.
I know it.
It's all good, homies. I gotta roll out.
Already, man. Well, you be safe, brother. Don't work too hard.
Yes, sir. God bless,
All right,
man.
pues. Yeah, God bless you guys, man. You guys stay up, huh?
Hey, you too,
Orderly.
brother. Thank you, man.
All right.
Gracias.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Man, that's so hard, man.
3 for 3, bro.
3 for 3 right out the rip, man.
Fuck, man.
And unfortunately, we couldn't get our fourth caller tonight, but we'll get her on another time, you know. And yeah, man, that was a spooky fucking night.
It really was, bro. Tonight
That's crazy.
had its ups and downs, bro.
For sure, man. That was crazy.
What the fuck?
On some spooky shit, I would like to tell a story that I've
Let's hear it.
experienced, myself.
Yeah.
From my childhood all the way up, until, high school. But, when I was a kid, I would experience, for, a couple of months, it was happening, where I was experiencing like crazy, wild dreams, like vivid dreams.
Okay.
Like super, because the way your cousin kind of explained it is, she would experience somebody like that was passing away, or like that something would, happen.
Yeah.
And for instance, back when I was younger, I would have dreams that were so vivid that they would like not actually happen, but they would kind of happen in a way,
Close enough.
Very similar.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, for like 2 or 3 months, I was having like bad dreams, right? And for some reason, like this one week, it was getting really bad, dude. Like I was having this one dream, and I remember it to this day. It was like, for some reason, like it was like I don't know if you remember like Mario Kart like racetrack.
Yeah.
But like it was like the brown level, like for some reason.
Like stone looking?
Yeah, like kind of like a brown, like muddy looking, like.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
So like for some reason it was only going in one track.
Just a circle?
Right, but I wasn't driving a car or nothing like that.
Okay.
Like I was just like walking in it for some reason.
Whoa.
And every time like I was like walking, there would be like a voice like in back of me, and I would hear it get like from like low. I'm sorry. I would hear it get low, and then all of a sudden it'd be like getting drastically like higher and higher and higher, to the point where like It was so fucking loud. Like I would have to wake up.
The screaming.
The screaming.
What the fuck, dog?
And when it would be so loud, before I would wake up, I would see like this crazy like face. It was like a dark, not a good looking face, dude.
Could you see facial features or was it dark?
It was just dark, and I could see eyes, and I could see like for some reason I could see his like cheekbone, the structure of the face, but it was just a dark shadow, like the way your cousin was trying to explain it,
kind of how I look right now, kind of.
like just
so it was something
if this
ugly
was like on your face,
you know what I'm saying?
Damn, dog. And at the end of the dream, that would happen. I would see like the face, and then
right there you'd wake up,
and I would wake up like screaming, dude, like. And like I remember like being drenched in sweat and like waking up to like bullets of sweat, dude.
What the?
Like if I was literally like running on the track. I was running on the track. And I remember having this dream for like 4 or 5 days straight. And I was telling like my dad, like, I don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have this dream again. I don't want to go to sleep.
Fuck, dog.
So that same night, it happened, right? Like that night I told him, he was like, okay, like Mijo, like don't worry about it. You know, he blessed me, or he did whatever. And that same night that dream happened, right? But it happened like bad, where like I was looking back and I was seeing the guy's face the whole time.
Not just at the end.
Yeah, like not just at the end.
So this is different. It felt different.
So it felt way different. And then that very next day, my dad took me to like a priest.
Yeah.
And I went to a priest, and I remember like the priest blessing me like in a room. Like they took me like to a personal room, and like he was blessing me like the whole fucking time. And I was like, that's all I remember, dude. Like I don't really remember, you know, like the dreams before that or anything like that. But like I would remember like vivid, like having vivid ass dreams. And to this day, like, I don't know if y'all have heard it, but you know, like if you smoke, you don't have dreams.
You
don't have dreams.
Yeah.
So like I don't have dreams at all.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do, and when I have dreams, they're fucking vivid. Like if they literally happen.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I was dreaming this or what, but I was in high school. And for some reason, I don't think I was dreaming. I think I was awake. But like, it was like maybe 2 a.m., you know, like I'm a teenager. Like I don't go to sleep. I'm playing games all night. I go and use the restroom. My grandma's door, you know, we keep it open. It's always open. That's her room. You know, that's where she sleeps. But she's at my, you know, we trade off. She would stay at my mom's house. She would stay at my uncle's house, right?
Yeah.
She would go back and forth. So she wasn't there. But we would leave the door open. I went to use the restroom. The door was open, right? And then I closed my door, right? Get in bed. And I'm laying there. And I'm just turned off my TV. And I'm like barely drift on to sleep, dude. Barely. Right? And I'm upstairs in my mom's, you know, like you've been up there, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like I hear...
On the stairs?
No, not on the stairs, like in the hallway of like where the restrooms at and shit. Like loud, like stomping, bro, like somebody's running. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm thinking it's my mom, like, what is she doing up here? You know, like at, 2 a.m., like what's going on? And then all of a sudden, boom.
The door. No.
And I'm like, I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm thinking to myself, you know? So I go and like, I get up and I open my door and I see like my grandma's door is closed. And I close my door, right? I close it and then I fucking get like my fucking 15-pound weights. Boom, boom. And I stack them right there, like where the doors are, you know? I was like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Fuck yeah.
And I fucking just like...
Cover yourself with the sheets.
I locked the other door, right? Because that door that I put the weights on doesn't have a lock.
right? But the other door does. So I'm
Yes.
like, okay, let me lock the other door. Let me put the weights there, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, let me fucking get in the sheets,
Yeah.
right? And I don't hear nothing after that, bro. It's just silent. And that's it, bro.
Do you ever feel like security by putting on a TV, maybe?
Yes, I turn on my TV automatically.
Yeah,
bro.
there's some type of comfort about that. Whenever shit's getting a little too creepy
I
in
put
the,
on
in the
like, I was
house.
like, what do I put on? What do I put on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to put on something that's gonna like good spirit.
Yeah,
you know,
full
like,
for real.
something
Something to combat
cartoon
this
or
shit.
whatever,
'Cause
just
it's too quiet right now, and this shit thinks it can speak.
this, yeah, dude. So I was like, automatic. Like, let me just turn on my TV and like, let me get into my covers, dude.
Turn on like fucking Al Bundy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
So I was gonna fucking turn on Mr. Rogers or something, dog, because I was like fucking scared, dog.
That fool would scare me sometimes when the train would go through that thing, bro. I get a little creeped out
Nah,
sometimes.
that fool was too slow sometimes for me, bro.
Yeah. That's a scary experience, man. Door like that. Boom.
Like, bro, I literally heard like somebody like, and then I heard, cause like it's weird because in my mom's house, like when you step like in a certain like plank or something, like you hear the like the creak.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard, bro. Like if something big was like boom, boom, and whatever that third stomp I heard, it was like
On the creek.
on the fucking creek. So that just like picked it off out of the whole thing. Like it was just told me like something's there, and I don't want to figure out what the fuck it is. You know, I really thought it was my you know Papa Joe or like my mom or somebody. You know.
Yeah.
And no, dude, that fucking door was closed, and I closed my door. I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" And I automatically thought, like, "Let me just put the weights right here," you know. And if something like opens the fucking door
Has
with
to
the
do
weights,
the weights, bro.
yeah, I'm getting out of there.
What if the weights lifted up?
Nah, I'm running. I'm running. I'm jumping down the stairs.
Just
Straight.
Yeah. No.
I'm just.
Yeah, I get that all
You know what I'm
day.
saying?
I totally get that, dog.
That was just
That's
creepy,
scary,
bro.
man. I was creeped out with tonight, man.
Creepy shit tonight, man. I had to get that off my chest when I was a young kid. that was some creepy shit that your cousin told me, and it just kind of reminded me of shit like that.
Yeah, you could relate.
But somebody in my family said something like they had seen like my grandpa close to my grandma before she passed. Like if he was like basically like getting her like, okay, like you're coming with me pretty much. That's why I said like my family's always said like if you see somebody that's an angel like coming to get
Yeah,
you,
like when someone's on their deathbed and they see all their loved ones who've died already. Yeah, they're coming to get them.
Yeah, they're coming to get them spiritually.
Yeah,
which is dope, man. I mean, that's crazy to see.
that to me is like you went to heaven.
Yeah.
They went to heaven too.
Yeah, you're going.
'Cause I feel like if you're in hell, or maybe we don't know how it works, right? But like, if you went to hell, you're probably not coming back and be like, "Hey, man, let's walk towards the light," you know?
Yeah.
And you're right. Seeing that, it kind of makes you like settle. Like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
That makes me feel better about their death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope like my death is like, spiritual enough for me to go to the other world, or let's say whatever. Just not linger here. Like I don't want to linger here.
A lot of those spirit stories we hear, that's what it's about. Thumper kind of spoke on it, man. God damn, the ghost wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah. It took her energy and
Yeah,
shit.
for real. Thumper kind of spoke on it, how like that spirit's caught here.
Yeah.
And it needs to pass on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That little girl definitely had like something that was keeping her here.
Well, probably because she wasn't supposed to die.
Yeah, she had a whole life to live, and that fucker got her.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How can you murder children, man? That motherfucker's evil.
That motherfucker. And shit like that, in that situation, that's a demon And that's what I think. That's a demon, and it's collecting souls for whatever reason. And then that's whenever they commit suicide or they do something, you know, crazy.
That makes sense because they always do.
And that right there is a fucking sacrifice in a way.
Yeah, then those souls pass on to whoever was collecting them, maybe.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
That's how I see it as, and I always see it like, you know, when somebody's committing suicide, like there's a devil around, there's a demon.
Whispering. I could picture right now, even though I don't want to, I could picture an ugly looking little thing like telling them, you know, all those things. Bro. Like whatever that dude on meth is hearing, that's those demons, man. They're right there in him and they're telling him all this shit, man.
Definitely. And who knows like what meth is or what it does to people, but I'm pretty sure it opens those doors to let, you know, another world, you know, transfer over into their body.
Yeah, the way I see it, like each one of these whatever they're called, right? Whatever path you take, alcohol, whatever elixir, whatever ingredient you decide to take, they're all different keys to different parts of like the spiritual world, you know.
There's definitely portals.
Whatever bud does to you is something different than alcohol, is something different than clearly meth.
Yeah, dude.
We were talking about K2, I think in the previous episode, possibly. What does that do to people, man? Just
for something that like tap me on my shoulder like that.
That's ugly, bro.
That's ugly. And who knows? Like maybe like I'm spiritual myself. I don't even know it.
We probably are. I'll tell you what, man.
We just haven't opened the gate.
That's what it's about, yeah. Learning, you know?
Yeah.
Learning and then learning how to feel certain things that you're feeling and learn how to, you know, translate those things. Like, you know, my cousin had told me something and I was looking at it one way, but then she goes, but I look at it this way. And I was like, oh shit, looking at it that way totally changes my feeling towards it.
Yeah.
Because I was just scared. I was like, dude, this is happening too. But she's like, you know, maybe these little things, they're stuck in purgatory and they're just trying to get their word out or their life, whatever happened to them, their experience, you know, like maybe that's just part of the journey.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, what the fuck, man? I was just scared. I was just worried, you know. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, like, I mean, her dad was definitely in denial. Like, he was probably scared himself, and he didn't want to. He had, like, a lot of those older people, they don't want to have nothing to do with scary shit. Like, they don't, bro. The scary movies they grew up with compared to our scary movies now these days, bro.
Yeah, no, scary movies are too realistic nowadays, though.
So, like, something like that is outrageous to them. They're probably like, nah, she's crazy.
Yeah.
She's schizophrenic.
I could imagine not wanting to deal with that either, not wanting to accept it, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to accept.
I wouldn't want to accept that, like, you know, Mason's fucking seen something.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. Yeah. I don't want him to see nothing, you know? I want him to be a regular kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's probably what their minds are going through. They're like, well, fuck, like, my daughter's seen, you know, me and my dad. That's scary alone, you know, like. Yeah,
exactly. You know, growing up in real life, right? I remember when her grandmother told us a story. She was like, you know, Tony, the other day we were at, just being a kid, just hearing the adults talk, you know.
Right.
The adults are all sitting around the table and stuff. Mm-hmm. The women are right here, the men are over there, and I'm kind of walking past the women to get towards the men.
Yeah.
And then, well, fuck, man. I heard, you know, her grandma talking, and she was saying, like, Tony described somebody who we all knew and who she never knew, and she described what that person looked like. It's a hat that they would always wear.
Yeah.
Old people would wear the same thing all the time.
Fuck yeah, bro.
The same jeans, the same shoes, the same hat, the same jacket.
Never switch
For
up.
what?
Yeah. Who's better than you?
You won 2 world wars. What do you want to change now?
Yeah, for real, right?
You know?
That's crazy.
Wife beaters and shit, you know? But, yeah, man. So, you know, I remember that. Even as a young kid, I'm like, well, that's an unlikely occurrence, you know? That's just not a coincidence.
Not normal. Yeah.
Yeah, we got something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my cousin, to Fabo's cousin, and to Thumper for sharing your stories tonight. This was way better than I could have ever expected, could have ever planned for.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just grateful that this happened. I'm grateful we were able to share this with everyone, man. And
I'm just grateful to be over those stories because I was scared as fuck. I was scared.
I definitely hope that we don't have any scary nightmares after tonight.
God, I should this year, man. I've strictly stayed away from scary movies.
I've stayed away from scary movies this decade, dog.
The scariest movie that we've seen this year is like on a Disney Plus. It was like the Haunted House movie or the Haunted Mansion movie.
That stuff, if it's on Disney, I can trust it.
Oh, hell yeah.
This ain't nothing.
Hell no.
I like that movie. But man, tonight was spooky, man.
No, it really was.
Tonight was very spooky. We got a little bit of everything tonight, man. So
yeah,
I hope y'all having a spooky Halloween. I hope y'all get some cavities from all the candy y'all eating. So I know I've been eating some fucking candies left and right, man.
Yeah, man. And you heard Thumper. Don't eat the apple.
Throw the fruits away. You get a banana, please throw it away.
Yeah, for real.
Shit, I heard bananas are going extinct anyway. They got a fungus growing in them.
Oranges too, man. Yeah, bananas are out the door. Oranges, if you notice, there's no grapefruits right now. You can say it's out of season or whatever, but the citrus around the world, in our parts of the world, is getting attacked by like a fungal whatever that's going around killing everything.
That's from global warming, my friend.
Welcome to it, everybody. y'all have a great Halloween. Please be safe out there. The smokehouse chimneys fucking smoke's going out that motherfucker right now, man.
Hell yeah, man. This fucking smoke signals will be sending out tonight, man.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
To all the ghouls, the goblins, the vampiros, the thumpers, and the primos. We love y'all, man. We're grateful for y'all being a part of this episode, man. Hey, Fabo, man, that was great, bro.
That was a great night, man.
Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. And that's it. We're out of here. We'll see you on the next one.
See you later, gladiators.
Peace.
Later.